What are some of the other things that you learned, either that he told you or you just learned? I mean, I'd never actually had an opportunity to speak with him, but I learned so much just by observing him. Like, what did you learn, both by being his friend and also by observing what he did?
Learned one thing: don't ever give up. One thing I learned about Don, being around him as much as I did, he put in the time and he put in the work. Nothing was handed to him. When we'd go fishing, he'd be the first one up, the last one down. Whether we were in Florida at his house playing golf, he'd be in there on the computer first thing when I'd come down the steps. We'd get in the car, go eat breakfast. At night before he went to bed, he was in there on that computer making sure everything was handled for the day. So one thing I learned about Don is you got to put in the time, you got to put in the work. That, nothing happens without a lot of hard work. One thing I did learn from him is he said there's two ways you can beat people: you outwork them or you buy them. And I saw, his battery charger business at the end. I think they had over 90% of the worldwide market in battery chargers, and a lot of that came from Don and his hard work and his teams that he put together. At the end, he had over 3,000 employees before he sold the company. So you got to put in the time and you got to put in the effort if you want to be successful out there. Don't ever give up. I mean, I've seen sponsors come, seen sponsors go. We always ended up, finding another sponsor to replace one that had left or that had fallen to the wayside. You know, be positive, don't give up, and keep moving forward.
Gotcha. Well, anything else before we round this segment out? Anything else that you want to leave the audience with, of
Uh,
as a tribute to Mr. Schumacher?
a lot of great memories. Like I said, I've been fortunate, got to fish all over the world, got to play golf at golf courses all over the world. Just one thing I've learned about, I'm very competitive myself, but, I never scratched the surface when it came to Don. Don was probably the most competitive person I've ever met in my life, and was thankful enough to be a good friend. And that's how I'll always remember my friend.
Awesome. Well, thank you for helping us remember him also.
Thank you.